Hey guys, this is AZ Wallbreaker and you're on my channel, Wallbreakers. Alright, today I'm going to talk about updates. Yay! I know you love those. And where I sit in writing my story. Alright, before I get into that, please smash like or subscribe. Also hit that notification button for every updates on all my adventures, all my stuff that I do on here for YouTube. And also share my stories to inspire people to be epic, be legendary. As I said last week, I felt behind. I was stuck on chapter 5 and I was trying to get to chapter 6. Good news is I completed chapter 5 and I'm almost done with chapter 6. Yes, I am almost done. That is very celebrating for me because I'm almost back to where I want to be in pacing myself and trying to write my story and completing it. So Monday last week it was a bit rough and I was kind of slow about it as I was doing YouTube and all that stuff. So I decided that the next day will be more focused on writing my story. So from Tuesday up to Wednesday, I was really pushing to write my story. I got managed to get chapter 5 done on Thursday, and I started to write my story again for chapter 6 the next day, and it's really coming along together. My mind is really helping to bring the story along. As I said, the story is writing itself right now that I'm in the zone, so it is very good that I'm doing it. Yay for me. So that's where I'm at right now with my story, and I feel very good. I'm about to move on to the next chapter as it develops and gets juicier as I go, so I'm very excited. Alright, so that's covered. Let's move on to where I sit in writing my story. Now, before I started to write, I wrote in different places. I wrote outside. I really like writing outside where it was a good day to write. The sun was out, the wind was blowing. I didn't have that much distractions. It was very relaxing and comfortable. But I noticed that I couldn't do that all the time because of the weather. So I wrote or been writing my stories inside. My first place I wrote was the couch. I wrote the couch in the living room, and I sat there during the evenings, and I would type, and I type, and I would type. And when I got stuck on something with writer's block, or something just I was trying to look for that perfect word, I noticed that I was facing a lot of distractions when I was writing, and I couldn't focus on it. I had the TV right there, and I will always have my hands shaking to the remote to watch a TV show instead of focusing on my story. So I didn't really have that intensity or attention to focus on my story. Alright, so I decided to change the venue and I decided to start typing on the kitchen table, which has been a huge benefit for me. It's paid off dividends by changing the venue of where I sat. Where I sit in the kitchen is the dining room table, and what's good about it is, one, I don't have the TV sitting in my face with the remote. The remote is in the living room, so if I have to go watch TV, I have to get up and actually go do it. So the lazy part of me is telling me, don't do it. I'd rather just focus on your story and just type. So I did move. I got a lot done. I got more pages done, and I'm almost done with my book because of that change of venue. On top of that, where I sit offers more sunlight, and it offers way more light than my living room. So that is very huge plus. I believe when you find a place to write, you need to make sure that you have a lot of light, and there's many reasons for that. One, light your eyes. The hardest part of writing is not having tired eyes, and with little light, you are really straining your eyes, so you really can't focus on what you're writing. So it's very important that you have a lot of light to take the burden off your eyes from having to focus so much on what you're writing. Two, you needed to make a wise choice in finding a place to write is because concentration. You could get easily distracted. As I said before, when I was sitting in the couch in my living room, I had the remote right next to me and I had a TV in my face, so the distractions were there, and I would always go to them when I was stuck to something and not focus on my writing. I was very distracted, very annoyed. But now that I moved to the dining room table, I noticed that I don't focus so much on the TV. As I said before, again, the remote is in the living room, and the lazy part of me just doesn't want to get up and go get it to turn on the TV. So I'm sitting put where I'm sitting, and I'm able to write more and focus more, which is helping me out. So the third thing, and this is the last thing that I noticed, was that where I sat was actually helping me be motivated. You know, I had my music on and I was just typing. There was just no distractions there, and it was really helping me. I mean, just to have I have a wooden chair that I use at the dining room table to write. And the good thing is that it doesn't allow me to get too comfortable to the point where I'm passing out. There were times that when I was sitting in the living room under the couch, the seats are comfortable, they're soft. I come back from a long days of work and I'm really tired and I'm trying to type and it's kind of late. I noticed that I would pass out, and it didn't really benefit me because I didn't get anything done. I remember when I was trying to type, I typed like 2 sentences and I passed out, and I probably passed out for an hour, hour and a half, trying to fight sleep. I was in and out, in and out, in and out, and I just couldn't win the battle. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop. This is a wash, and I'm just gonna go sleep. It didn't help me because it set me back in trying to write my stories. So I just could not do it. So by moving me to a place where I have to sit on something hard and it's very uncomfortable, really allows me to stay up and work on my story. So it's very helpful that I was able to make that change. So yeah, so that's what's going on with my book. It's going really well. I'm looking to finish my book probably this year, later this year, early next year, and be able to have an editor and eventually published by, I hope, next year, sometime next year. I think I got, like I said, I think I got something good, and I'm ready to share it to the world. All right, so that is what's going on, and that is my advice. Find somewhere that is very suitable for you to be able to write and stay writing. Don't let distractions happen, because the where you write is going to make a difference of in how you get your story done. So my question to you is, where do you go to write? Do you go to your bedroom? Do you go to a living room? Do you go to a friend's house? Outside, maybe? Where do you find a place for you to write? And why did you pick that place? Is it because you didn't want to fall asleep in your bed, or you just love sunlight and you think it helps you concentrate? So please comment below, and I will try to respond to as many as I can. So that is it, and I'm going to sign out. And remember,